Y'all, we back at it for another video. Welcome to the channel. Today we're doing something a little different. I'm normally a basketball and sports guy, but I watch anime too. I'm not a nerd, but we're gonna watch Simone the Digger from Gurren Lagann. That was a great show, by the way. Watched that one a few years back. And Kyle Rayner, which is a White Lander. They're completely OP. That's from Marvel. DC Comics. I'm tweaking. And I'm more of a Marvel fan. That's the crazy. I'm a Marvel fan. I don't really mess with DC like that. DC do make good animated shows, but Marvel make better movies. I don't care. We can fight out down that bridge. Alright, but let's get to it. Don't forget, leave one of the three. You can like, subscribe, or leave a comment. Right? I do prefer you subscribe though. Subscribe so you can follow me on whatever I do. But let's get to it. Let's go.
DeathBattle.gg. It's like our own private Patreon with a store for Death Battle merch and a complete Death Battle video archive. It's got episodes that YouTube has.
Captain Officer Kyle Rayner here. Ring says you've got a Class A galactic super weapon, whatever that is. I'm thinking it's the giant mech. Why don't you
Yeah. Ooh. The animation is pretty fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm messing with you.
I'm told I'm bad with authority.
Tell me about it. 4?
Nah. That's funny. Just took his head off. Okay, again, back in space. Okay, again, interesting. Let's go.
That's nothing. My drill will pierce the heavens.
Quick question: who do y'all think? Because sometimes sometimes I think Death Battle could be a little biased. I've been watching Death Battle since I was young, but who do y'all think would really win? Even with the facts, who do y'all think would win, or who do you guys want to win? Personally, for me, I like Gurren Lagann. I like anime over anything else, right? So I want Simone to win. That just one guy that died in that show, oh my god, broke my heart. He was like Simone's big brother. I forgot his name because I haven't seen it in years. And then the ending is low-key sad. I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys, but let's continue. Sorry that I paused this, because for those who ain't see this, right? They are both bigger than the galaxies itself. In Gurren Lagann, that final fight, they was literally throwing around galaxies like they're playing ping pong. I swear. Alright. Did you say final form? Nah. The funny part is that's not Gurren Lagann final form. It's not.
do the impossible?
See the invisible.
Touch the untouchable.
Break the unbreakable.
You see, he just jumped up a galaxy.
You ain't know?
Now you know.
Nah, the animation is really fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know, since they're jumping ahead in
I'm
galaxies,
Simone the Digger. If there's a wall in my way,
do you think they're killing people at the same time? Okay.
Stop fighting. Think about your fear of death, your love of your friends, your compassion for me, your hope for the future. Choose life. Have faith in the Simone that believes in you.
I swear, that motivational speech would make you want to do anything.
my drill is the drill that will transcend the heavens. Giga drill free!
Nah, that is tough. Wait, hold on. Time out. Oh, whoa. They gonna drill for drill? They gonna drill for drill? Oh, nah. They gonna drill for drill? Nah, okay. I don't even know who will win. I want Simone to win, but I don't know who will win.
The super weapon wasn't your mech. It was me. Then, Simone, I'm taking you in brightest day, in blackest night. No evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern fly!
That is tough.
Let's see you grit those teeth!
Damn. Tough.
You'd make a good lantern.
Simone of Earth, you have been chosen.
Just who the hell do you think I am?
Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I wanna know the reasoning he lost, but Simone would be a good lantern. I ain't gonna lie. His willpower is insane.
For the guy with the snazzy sunglasses! When both combatants possess unlimited power, it's hard to judge them by our normal standards. Take speed. Simone can hit an infinite number of targets all at once, and Kyle can fly fast enough to surpass the normal concept of speed itself.
When you control space and time, things like strength and speed kind of become irrelevant.
Instead, let's analyze them through a lens more applicable to beings as absurd as Simone and Kyle. Their imagination, their willpower, and their ultimate potential.
First up, imagination. The boundless things they could conjure to use against the other. Both could think up just about anything the other could, like absorbing each other's attacks, fighting across time, anything.
Simone did have a few attacks that Kyle hasn't encountered, like the probability-altering missiles, but it's likely Kyle could adapt considering his ring could protect against existence being erased across the multiverse.
Oh, wow.
And in general, Kyle's constructs were a lot more creative than Simone's arsenal, which was mostly drills. Though, again, nothing Simone couldn't adapt to with, say, his energy absorption. Imagination is a draw.
That leaves the other main factor for both characters, the origin of their unbelievable might, their willpower.
And
They both
that's
got
really
strong
going to be
willpower.
the
I've been
winning
saying
factor
that they got
here,
strong
since it's the
willpowers.
source of everything for both of them. Whoever's got the stronger willpower wins.
Both can manipulate reality on a multiversal scale with their willpower, but we can use dimensions to roughly calculate a difference. This might sound absurd for most characters, but it's necessary for beings as beyond the pale as Simone and Kyle.
The multiverse labyrinth that Simone absorbed contained 11 spatial dimensions. That's 1.3 dimensions less than the multiverse Kyle's power can threaten.
And remember, each numbered dimension infinitely surpasses the one below it.
Which meant Kyle's willpower was stronger at a base level. However, that doesn't necessarily mean Kyle gets the edge, because if there's one thing both of these guys are known for, it's that they can always get stronger.
So to determine the limits of their willpower, we first need to understand their full potential.
Simone's whole deal with spiral power is how he can constantly evolve to get stronger. So
I'm not gonna lie, I'm really curious. I be liking the explanations. They be giving some good explanations at the end, but sometimes it don't make sense. That's what I'm saying is between both of them is the willpower, but I don't know. I feel like this battle could have went either way. Could have.
just because Simone starts off weaker doesn't mean he'll stay that way.
Absorbing the multiverse labyrinth required Simone to leapfrog several orders of infinity in an instant. Simone made himself that much stronger through sheer force of will.
More than enough to close the gap with Kyle, especially since spiral power also lets him regenerate his body down to an informational level. Kyle's never destroyed something that thoroughly before.
Without the ability to easily kill Simone, it was only a matter of time before Kyle's ring ran low on charge, especially since Simone could likely regenerate for at least a week straight, like Nia did. While Blue Lantern Light could boost Kyle's power, he's never jumped several orders of infinity in strength like Simone has.
And while Kyle could manipulate emotions to reduce Simone's willpower, Simone resisting the labyrinth's mental manipulation meant he could power through anything Kyle threw at him.
Everything, that is, except for the life equation. It originated from a higher level of reality and would have more than even the odds.
Too bad Kyle couldn't control it. It was just as much a detriment to him as an asset, forcing him to relinquish it to keep from destroying reality and himself.
Compare that to Simone, who merged with a version of himself writing a version of Gurren Lagann, and using spiral power to make that fiction into reality.
A pretty similar level of reality to the life equation, and a level of power Simone had no trouble embracing and mastering by the end of his story. No matter how you look at it, Simone might start weaker, but his peak will always transcend Kyle's. Isn't that how all of Simone's battles usually go anyway?
That is very
That's
true.
Gurren Lagann in a nutshell.
So Simone's incredible potential eclipsed Kyle, which means his willpower was ultimately greater. Kyle may have embodied life itself, but Simone's unstoppable evolutionary potential would shatter even this lantern's light.
I hope Kyle at least dug the fight, because when it comes to Death Battle losers, he was a dead ringer.
The winner is Simone the Digger.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I caught the joke, but that was terrible. Yo, do better. A dead ringer, do better, man. Like, do better. But I ain't gonna lie. Overall, this is definitely good animation. I messed with it and everything, but and again, they did explain why he would win. But I feel like when it comes to battle, and you're around near the same power, it all comes down to how strategy. Like, I hate to say it, like, Batman is a regular guy. Peak human, fast, like, the fastest, he the fastest, the strongest, the smart, not with the smartest, but, like, best detective. Like, he's at peak level at everything. And he's a good engineer and also a scientist, whatever, right? The reason people be glazing Batman is because prep time, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Superman can easily kill him. Green Lantern, kill him. Cyborg, Flash, Wonder Woman, kill him. Easy, from first encounter. But you give that man prep time or whatever, or even give him the same power-ups, and yet even, it all comes down to strategy. How do you plan to win? If I know this person's stronger than me, let me use my environment. If I know this person is faster than me, let me try to slow him down a little bit so I can catch up. Like, if I know this person can keep going for weeks on end, he got crazy endurance and stamina, I will have to try to tire him out before I get tired. It's all about how you use your head. That's how I feel like this could be biased in a way. But with all that said, I think this was actually pretty good. Congratulations, Simone. You're the winner. And again, leave a like or subscribe or leave a comment. Either or. I do rather you subscribe though. Peace. There you go.